Back to Teacher DIY is coming back at you with Flosstube 13ish, I think. I don't know. It'll be in the description box. It's 13, 14, something along there. Apologize for the delay. Welcome back to those of you who have subscribed, and welcome to those who are just finding me. I appreciate all the comments and kind of thoughts. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute. For the record, pronouns are she, her, and I live in central Illinois, which is technically the unceded territory of the Kickapoo and about 4 other tribes in the state of Illinois that is named for and by the indigenous tribes that lived here. So I got a few things to show you. It's been 2 weeks. I haven't been keeping up too much on Instagram, opening up my Stitchy box, but I do know that there are people that have been doing them. I gotta get better at, videoing and doing all that fun stuff. So, it's been hectic. We had parent-teacher conferences Monday and Tuesday of this last week, which meant that our fall break was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And if you hear that kind of shaking in the background, that is my washing machine, and it's because the drum is connected to the bleach thing, and the bleach thing isn't in the washer, so it shakes when it goes through the spin cycle, and it's a hot mess over here. Hot mess. As you can see, I got primarily haul, and you'd think that I would have gotten a ton of stitching done, but with parent-teacher conferences, typically what that means is it's midterms. Meaning, midterm progress reports go home, which is no fun because it's midterms. I'm middle school, obviously, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. I have 6 different classes that I teach. Granted, I get to duplicate 3 of them. 3 of them? Twice. Yes. I do 2 6th grades, 2 7th grade lessons, 2 8th grade lessons. I typically get to keep them the same. However, that means that there are approximately 120 kids, plus technically, that I see in a given day, which means that if I collected homework or assignments from them every day, I would spend my life grading. Yeah, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. So, tired teacher life, which is what my last one was. Softball is over. I'm starting up math counts. I've got yearbook that I gotta get done because I still haven't finished the one from last year, but we're not talking about that. We're here to talk about cross stitch. My channel is mostly about kind of cross stitch. I mentioned diamond painting. It's there. You see it. I don't know if I'm ever gonna show it. That big one, I have to get that done. So cross stitch might be taking a little bit of a hiatus while I try to get that thing finished, although I have been wanting to start all the things right now, and that's good and bad in its own ways. So but yeah, so welcome to those who are new, welcome to those that are coming back. I try to respond to people typically, so if you have a comment, go ahead, jot it down below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. What have I been up to? Well, like I said, this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday was fall break, which was amazing. I did a lot of stitching. I got to finish. It's not FFO'd, but it's finished. I have got caught up on an FFN, so I have an FFN. I have something that I'm trying to stitch on that I like, but it's hard. But big events over the past couple weeks, I can't really think of the big events from the week before. I need to start writing this stuff down. There's something in here that'll help with that. But on Friday, for those of you who don't know, I got to go see Randy Rainbow in Chicago at the Chicago Theater. My stepmom and her girlfriends bought tickets to go. Unfortunately, one of them had some health concerns. She's doing better. She's on the mend, which we are all grateful for, but she wasn't ready to go into a crowd. And it was not the reason for 2020. So that wasn't her, but she had complications from other health issues. So I got to go see Randy Rainbow in his Pink Glasses tour. For those of you who don't know, Randy Rainbow is kind of like a Weird Al Yankovic, only instead of doing like pop tunes or, popular songs like that, he does do some popular songs, but he mostly does like a lot of Broadway musicals, and he does parodies of them. And he got real popular after the 2016 presidential debate, where our previous president used the term braggadocious when he did supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, only he didn't say that. He used braggadocious in it. So he was funny. My voice is a little scratchy because, I laughed a lot. And we had a great dinner right there, Peregrinos, something along those lines. It was really good. So if you're in Chicago and you're going to Chicago Theater, it's about 2 blocks away, maybe a block away if you're talking city blocks, and it was really good. So that was Friday. I drove up and drove back. Do you know how bad I wanted to stop an Inspired Needle on the way up? But then I realized I really need to stop. So I got a lot of stuff on my wish list for 123 Stitch and Etsy. My stepmom's already asked for Christmas lists, and then my mom came in yesterday and was like, I know what I'm getting you for your Christmas present. It's a big one. And I'm like, what is she gonna get me? Because I'm like, I don't know. I got no idea what she's talking about. None. Zero. No clue. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. And you're like, stop with that. It's 7 minutes in. We don't want to hear about it anymore. Show us what you did. Tell us what you did. So, in no particular order, and I make no guarantees that this is the only things that I stitched on. I might have stitched on more. But from my Galleria start, I was like, all right, I gotta work on these Galleria starts again. I gotta get them going. Or at least, try to finish this thing, right? And this is the Heart's Content Oh Christmas Tree #1 in miniseries, and this I got from the Round Robin, and it is the tiniest little tree ever. I got the tree done. I still have a lot to do on it. I got some candy canes and the 2020 to go. But this is 40 count 1/1 on her muffin linen. That she dyes it. It's like a special type of linen. But that is the tiniest Christmas tree. And so I think I have like a couple of colors finished on this. It's 40 count 1/1. Obviously I have to do it in hand because is there anything that can hold that? I don't think so. Although I gotta talk to Stitcherista here because Miss Danielle, she stitches on perforated paper, right? And I had that Mill Hill kit that I was working on, and we'll show you that because it's a finish. And I was struggling with it because I prefer to stitch two-handed. Go through, come up, go through, come up. And that's if I'm not doing the sewing method on an in-hand piece, right? Miss Danielle decides she's gonna go, oh yeah, here are these stretcher bars that I tack it to. And I'm like, September would have been a great time for you to do this series and kind of show me about this, or tell me about this. Because I really could have used that. That's okay. I finished it. It worked out. I've decided a few things on it. We'll talk about it when I get there. But I do want to finish that this week, so that's probably going to be a little bit of a focus piece this week. Mostly because The other thing that I did was, dun, 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 Witchy Stitchers, Cryptid Sal. I have been caught up. I know I didn't show you guys Chupacabra, because I had my Chupacabra needle minder. I don't think at least I don't remember showing you guys him. But yeah, he was great. These little stitches that are out here, if you look at the back, and I'll show you the back, all these other ones are like super neat, because each and every letter I would stop and I would start again. I was not carrying anything in those, unless like I was going to be stitching over it, right? I got down to here with these and I'm like, forget that. Carried my life, okay? My life, I carried it. Carried all throughout here, and then I don't know what happened last week. I don't think I stitched much, or if I did, I don't know. I didn't want to stitch on this. I think I probably pulled out the mill hill and that was about it. I really don't remember, because I know I didn't touch, I mean, my temperature style, yes, but, which you guys aren't going to see for like still 2 weeks, but like I didn't pull out Halloween Quaker or Holiday Quaker. I didn't get started on any of maybe I did a little bit on Which Way, but not a lot. Like, it was little. So I don't know what happened, but not this past week, the week before, I didn't want to do nothing. So I didn't even stitch this guy when he came out. I mean, I downloaded the pattern, I put it on Pattern Keeper so I could stitch it, but nah, didn't do him. Didn't do him. And then this week came, and I was working on what I'll show you here in a second, and I was like, I'm gonna finish that, and then I'm gonna get these done. Not intending to do 24 hours of cross stitch, but I kind of ended up doing 24 hours of cross stitch because I was up until 4:30 Saturday morning. By the way, today is Sunday, October 24th, 2021. So I was up late working on these two things. So I finished about 4:30 this morning. So I unintentionally, because I started working on the other piece probably around 9 o'clock-ish. Dog. Alright, here, you don't need to see that. Alright, so I started working about 9 o'clock-ish. So I ended up working like 19 hours on cross stitch. So I inadvertently did, or kind of got to the 24 hours of cross stitch. So I need 6 hours and I'll have it done. So I'll get started here, and I've got the Zoom, the last marathon for missing and indigenous women, girls, and Two-Spirit coming up. So that's 3 hours, and then I got a hockey game to watch, so that's like another 3 hours. I'll get that knocked out. I'm probably going to do Trans Pride because it doesn't require, it's just mostly fill in at this point with that one. So yeah, I'm super excited. This is 32 count Zweigart Lavender Lugana, colorways lavender, called for DMC, stitching 2/2. So yeah, and like I said, the little one that you saw was 40 count 1/1 on her like muffin color linen. So now we get to the finish. Let me get a little board out. Okay, so I finished my little mill hill. He's so cute. Look at that cute cat. Cute cat. So this is a mill hill kit. It is Moonlit Treaters, I believe is the name of it. And I started it September 4th of this year, and I finished it yesterday morning. So I had everything done with the exception of like these red beads in here and like the white and the yellow when I went to Randy Rainbow on Friday. And oh gosh, talk about a back. There you go. That's amazing right there. Oh, I was going to show you the back of the other one. Yeah, I started carrying threads on my Cryptid Sal, like you wouldn't believe. So I'm super excited about it. It turned out really fun. Some things I learned. Not a huge fan of perforated paper, maybe with the stretcher bars. Like what, because what she did, what Stitcherista did, or Danielle at Stitcherista, she had the frame and then she tacked it on the back, so that it gave you something, I guess, to hold on to. So, yeah, I mean, maybe. But it turned out really cute, and I really like it. It's not an FFO now. Whoops, let me look at that. Sweetie's like, I'm moved, and you got stuff on my bed. She's been taking up the whole bed lately, guys. Middle of it. When I say middle of it, I mean she is like sprawled out in the very center of my bed. It's been fun. It's been fun. But yeah, no, I liked it. So things I learned. Perforated paper, not my favorite. It shows like every little flaw that I made on that. The Mill Hill kit needles that come with it. The beading needle, extremely fine, and I don't like threading that. Like the only way that I could do it was to dampen the floss, liquid floss, which I don't typically do, and then try to thread that needle. That is a small eye on a needle. So I need to find beading needles. One thing I learned. Two, not a huge fan of perforated paper. Like I said, I feel that it shows every single flaw that I made on this. And I didn't feel like I could do the English style where you went one way and then you went back the other, because then it would like jack it up somehow. I don't know. It was weird. Not a huge fan of, stitching with 3 strands of floss like they require, but it did give it some interesting dimension too, along with the beads. So, the kit itself like turned out really great. But yeah, I mean, I like beading. I'm kind of a fan of it. I didn't mind. And Mill Hills have a lot of stitching. Another thing I learned. So what I had done was I obviously got started cross stitching because I was diamond painting. So I got this in like a Diamond Art Club like starter kit, and you can kind of see I got some beads in the back there, right? And so what I had done was I went and I got one of these bead-along things, and I just keep the little plastic cover on it when it's in there, and they can go in there. I'm like, this is great, right? Because then I tip this over and I put this little thing in here and I tip them out, so I know exactly what one I'm working on. You know, it was great. I had a whole method. I even taped like the little things on the side so I knew what color bead it was. And I'm like, man, I could just store these things in here, right? And I'm sure that in some of these other memorabilias that I've got, hold please, we'll see about that, or just, hang on, you'll see a little bit more on that. I can just, throw them in there, and then this is my like Mill Hill bead kit, along with my Stitchy Box beads that she's been sending, because those are super fun and super pretty too. So, and I did not like stitching this button on this, by the way. Wasn't the same. I think I'm in there like 4 or 5 times. I don't even know how many times I stitched that button on there. That button shouldn't move. Okay? Shouldn't move. But it's a finish. It's not an FFO. Haven't turned it into a fully finished object, but it is finished. So, I was going to show you the back of, look at all that carrying. This was like a maze down there. Ping pong. So, if you only want to be caught up on stitching, there you go. Otherwise, now we got to talk about stuff that I bought. Some stuff is I bought a long time ago and is just now coming in. Some stuff is like newer. Some stuff is stuff that I knew that I was going to buy. Things like that. So, let's talk old first. Here's my old stuff. These are the patterns that I got from Expo. I ordered through Jessie, and she sent me, I gotta hold please. We gotta go get that. She also sent a few goodies from with my order. So I gotta pick that up too. So I forgot. Anyway, I ordered through Jessie from Mislaid Pages. And there she goes. She got a new website, mislaidpages.com. She's also on Etsy still. And so some of the things that she sent, or some of the, from my order, okay, I got this cute little scissor fob with this pink cat, and then this pink cat needle minder, and now I need a pink cat project bag to go with it. Anyone? Anyone? No? I'll find one. Or I'll find the fabric and make it myself. And then on the first marathon for Missing and Indigenous Women, Girls in Two-Spirit, one of the prizes that I asked for was, oh, that's the other thing I got, was I asked for Jessie's scissor fob, and she sent it to me with my order. So it was super cute, super pretty. I like the purple and the beads on it. Super fun. So those were my extras that kind of came with it. So what did I buy? Bought a lot. Okay, like I decided, I kept looking at things, and then I was like, no, I'll put it on, I'll wait, no, I'll get it. Anyway, Tiny Modernist was a big hit. Schoolhouse Mouse, or Mouse's Schoolhouse, teacher, you know, kind of makes sense. And then the Meow the Merrier series, when she did The Cat Came Back. I have wanted a cat, like you guys don't even know, super, super bad. Only I have them, so they're my cats right now. I'm searching for the other Tiny Modernist that I bought. And then I bought Moss and the Moon, which was one of the exclusives, so I don't know if she's going to be releasing them anytime soon. I don't know when I'm going to stitch it, but I liked the colors, and I think what ended up happening is when I went to Galleria, I got in like this huge butterfly mode, or flying winged insect mode. I don't know. Anyway, Purple Pumpkin Pin Keeps. I got that, and it's got a button, so I'm super excited. You know what I thought about this? Instead of making these like little pillow pin keeps, I checked the pattern, and I think they're exactly the same size square-wise. I might turn this into a biscornu. In fact, that's what I might do. And then I might use that button as like the centerpiece of it. Thoughts? I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that they're both the same size. So I liked it. I like the purple. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah. One of the funny things that happened at Galleria is that I kept seeing from Erica Michaels this Life is Better with a Cat, and her little berry that went with it. Didn't even realize that I had already ordered it, so I'm super glad that I didn't purchase it. So I was like, yeah, that's probably a good thing. The whole order was kind of, for those of you who don't know, Annie from Annie B's Folk Art, she went through some very tough losses at the time, so her patterns were delayed, and which I firmly understand the reasoning for that. But I really liked this idea, advice from a sunflower, to rise and shine and hold your head high, because yes, sunflowers do that. So when I'm going to stitch it, no idea, but I have it. So I've looked at a lot of Autumn Lane patterns and want to buy a lot more, but one that caught my eye was this one, Something Wicked This Way Comes, and I really like it. I like the colors that are on it. I really see maybe a brighter background to it, maybe. I mean, I understand why they went with the dark, but and I watched their latest Flosstube about, you know, how he goes through stages and planning and designing it, and I think he does a really good job. So Aaron does a really good job. and I'm probably going to end up buying like a boatload more of them. I don't know why this one just caught my eye. Jingle Jolly Joy from Misty Purcell, Luminous Fiber Arts. I think it was just fun in those super little squares with, you know, Rudolph and Santa and the snowman. So I liked it. I thought it was fun. Another Luminous Fiber Art. This one was just cute. Cat-o'-lantern. Super cute. Like it a lot. I'll have to rewatch that, make sure I'm not showing those the pattern on this one. From Hello from Liz Matthews. Typically not my style, but I really liked this one. I don't know why. I think it's the flowers, to be honest with you. And the colors, probably. I'm not usually a prim stitcher, so, you know, or that kind of sampler style, but yeah, I like it. I thought it was pretty. Oh, and as I say, I'm not really a sampler stitcher, right? Yeah, okay. I think my tastes are changing a little bit, but I saw this one, and I was like, I kept going back and forth for it, and then eventually I was just like, the possum, because we all know my run-ins with possums at my place here, or this is the possum, and then the sloth and the fox, and I liked it, so I decided, I'm gonna get it, and then I saw it at Galleria, and I was like, I'm really glad I bought that. So I know that a lot of people started it yesterday for somebody's hashtag, and you know, they wanted to start it. I have been pulling fabrics, but I have not had a chance to double check like how big this is, or pull the flosses, or make sure that I got a fabric that'll fit on. But this is one that I do want to start pretty soon. And then Shell G, Benny Stitchy, which one do you want? I don't know. Since I stitched Thistle, I kind of decided, well, I got to get her Cleopatra, so I'll be stitching this one. I don't think I'm going to be stitching this on the same fabric, mind you, but I'll find something for Cleopatra, especially since I have the Sulky thread pack for that one. And then because I've gotten all of the Hildies that you can possibly get. I got the Darling and Whimsy designs, along with the Bendy Stitchy collab, Hildy at the Apothecary. These are gonna end up going in, you know, that little journal that I got from her. And then I got Autumn Witches. Winter Witches isn't out yet, will be soon. And then obviously we have Hildy and Chupacabra from the Halloween box, so I won't get that one until next year, or 6 months, or whenever Michelle releases it. But yeah, that's super fun. Sorry, Michelle. They're super fun. I like them. I need to stitch one up other than Thistle, especially a Hildy, because I've got a million of them, but I think I'm getting to the point where I have so much fabric and so many patterns, I don't know what I want to put on what, and then I don't always know that I have enough floss, or the right floss. One of the other things that I just got in the mail that I ordered, and probably why I'm going to remember things a little bit better, I got the 2022 Book of Days, so I'm super excited about that. Everybody talks about this, everybody uses it, so hopefully I'm going to try that. I bought like an online version. I'm not a big online, I get that it travels, I am and I'm not. I'm a hot mess. I'm a contradiction. I don't know what you want to do. Anyway, so then I bought 2 patterns. Chris from Chris X Stitch, Chris Cross Stitch on YouTube. He showed this one talking about his uncle, and I thought it was really pretty, and I was like, yes, please, I'll buy that. And then I don't know where. Like I said, I got into beading, I think, and then I'm just a hot mess now because I've got so many projects, so many memorabilias and things like that. I haven't gone down the rabbit hole. I put some chatelaines on my wish list from 123 Stitch, and I haven't looked at Bella Filipina yet, though. I'm not ready to go down that one. But anyway, I got Witching Hour too, from Nora Corbett. And so I was like, today, during Michelle's, kind of stitch with me on Twitch, I was like, all right, I gotta start putting stuff away. I gotta get my fabric together. Like, I gotta get my life together, right? And I knew I had this fabric. So when I saw this, I was like, I think I have the best fabric for that. And it came from Brandy at Be Stitch Me's Epic Summer Box, and it is Punch. Now, it is a lot brighter pink than that. I mean, that's showing up more red, but that's probably closer. And it's super pretty. So she's going on that. This is 28 count, and the pattern calls for 32, but I have been assured that going from a 28 to a 32 is okay. It's the other way that's not okay. So I had that picked out, and then I was like, all right, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. But then I looked in my stash, dog hair, which is going to happen in my house, and I have this sorbet, which is like a really light orange. It's sorbet. Like, it looks like, yes, orange. Sorbet. So I thought that she might look good on that. I'm not a huge color person though, so I don't know. I'll have to pull out the flosses and see. But those are two that I've earmarked for at least those two patterns. I got this, oh, you'll see in a second. But I got some other things too. So that came from 123 Stitch, not the fabrics, mind you. Both those fabrics are from Brandy at Be Stitch Me. One is Punch and the other is Sorbet. Sorbet is a 32 count. So Punch is a linen, 28 count linen. Sorbet is a linen too, because I'm not a big even weave or I'm not a big Ada stitcher. Although, which is funny because as I say, I'm not a big Ada stitcher. Here I go. So one of the things that happened last Sunday was Mystic Fabrics had one of her games, kind of like Brandy at Me Stitch Me's Friday Night Five Nights. And so I got, this is a little bit bag is what she called it. I really like this. It's got a really big pulled thread through here though, so I'll have to do a YouTube, or kind of see if I can figure out a way to fix that and use that fabric, because they're super cute. These are really small though. I don't know that I have too many small patterns like this. I mean, I do have the ornament book from JW Design, or JVW Designs. I can't think of it. So there might be some I could put on here. So that was the same. It looks like it's the same from that. Those are two Opalescents. This one's kind of pretty. I have no idea what I'm going to put on these. This one's super fun too. The rainbow fabric. But again, it's tall and thin, so I'd have to find something tall and narrow to kind of go on that one. This one's fun. I like the pink kind of colorway there. I got a little bit of transition into yellow from blue. I don't know which way to go from that one. And just kind of a light grayish color, almost white. And then it's a bit of glow. I can tell that this was glow. So it was a bit from that. So I got a little bit bag. I also got like 25 of her Bowen size 28 tapestry needles. So I think I'm set on needles for a while. Should be anyway. And then some candy, which I just threw in that bag. This is getting long, so I'm going to try to speed up here. I got 2 silver mists actually. So one of the silver mists had spots on it, but when you open it, the spots are like 4 super tiny spots. So I'm like, okay, I'll take it, no problem. 40 count linen and 36 count linen, and I'm super excited because I'm thinking I might see what I think about Moonlit sampler on this. Silver mist, it's like a white, but like just that gray kind of white color. So yeah, super excited about that one. I did get an Ada. This is an 18 count Ada. It's called Lovely. It's like that sorbet, only a lot darker. But it's super pretty. 18 count. It's a big piece too, so 18 by 29 on the one with on that. But I got some color, and I got some 36 count Olympia. This was for Fabric of the Month from August, and it's a good maybe Moonlit sampler on this one. If it's big, 18 by 27, I think it'll be big enough. Pacific Blue and Opalescent. I found that I don't have a lot of other colors, to be honest with you. And then I don't know, purples have lately been my thing. I got another purple color too. I pulled and did a floss toss of Michelle G's Personal is Political on that one. Although I think now that I'm like looking at some of the other fabrics that I bought, a lovely would be good. But I think when I pull this out and I explain this will make sense. I'm like, no, I think this is the color it's gonna go on. So let me explain. I like Brandy from Bestitch Me, her boxes. She does a really good job curating and putting together a lot of things for her boxes. So I messaged her because I did not get her Trick or Treat box or her Autumn Equinox box. I did get her winter box, so that is coming. That I know is coming. So I messaged her and I was like, hey, are you gonna have any extras that I can like purchase from you? And she was like, yes, what size fabric do you want? I have this and this and this. And I was like, I would like this, please. Thank you. I, for some reason, have done a lot of 28 or 32 count from Brandy, and then like Mystic fabric is all like 36 or 38 or 36 or 40. 38, what am I thinking? Anyway, mostly because I'm wanting to try some of those higher count fabrics. But anyway, I digress. So I was like, yeah, I'd like this, please. But then I never got an invoice from it. And then I started seeing the boxes go on sale on her website. And I was like, dang it. I want one. And then I had seen Sambry from Sambry Stitches open her box. And I really wanted the scissor fob. Like bad. And the Frogger. Like bad. And so I looked and I was like, okay, the deluxe box is a little bit cheaper. And I'll get like some stitching goodies. Maybe I'll get those two things in it, right? And then she sends, like the day after I ordered that, she sends me the invoice for the Epic box. Man, am I glad that I ended up buying it because I felt bad, and because here she goes through all this, and then I'm like, oh, but I bought another box. Anyway, I bought them both, which is part of the other stress that I had, and part of the reason why I can't buy anything for the rest of the year. So I got both boxes, and I'm really glad that I did, because the bag that came in the Epic box is astounding. Like, I love it. So I got both 32 count linens. One is opalescent and one is just regular. And then all of a sudden, like I was talking just a second ago about how I was like, oh, Michelle G's, the Personal is Political. I thought about that purple. And then I'm like, no, look at this fall foliage. Either the opalescent or even the other one is good. Or Mabon, like, look at this. These are so in the deluxe, I only got 3 of her fabrics. And I only got eighth yards. And this is Acorns. So these were all opalescents. And they're super pretty. So I'm crazy excited about that. So I'm like, ooh, Personal Political on one of these. Maybe this one, right? I was like, man, I got so much Mystic fabric and Stitch Me fabric. I'm like, I really don't need to buy anything else for a while. And then one of the colors that didn't come in that one is this one. It's called Harvest, and it's a really great rust color. So I'll have to find something to put on that. But yeah, so, and then fall foliage turned out like much more orange on this one. So I'm probably going to go with the opalescent for the, Maybon also turned out a little different. But anyway, super excited. So I was like, okay, I've got more fabric, what to do with, and I have a ton of projects that I can work on. Anyway, in the deluxe also came this little Mill Hill kit here, Autumn Harvest collection. It's like a with a treasure. There's a little, I don't know, I haven't opened it, but obviously it comes with all the stuffs, and so that came in the deluxe one along with Summer for Floss, which I'm super excited about because, or her silks, because sometimes I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this because I'm not a really good color converter yet, but Mud Skipper and Sage and Tea Leaf with a lot of different of them, or different colors of them. Tuscan, which is kind of like that rust color. Elderberry, which is a nice kind of maroon. Acorns, which is like a greenish brown. Guardian, which is like a really good gold, which I just used, which reminds me of one of the colors in that gold. Honeycomb, which is like a nice little honey color. Anyway, she's got the silks. This came in it, which I saw somebody that said, I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought one of those little mesh cups, and then if you're careful, this will sit in one of those mesh cups. So I got one of those in the deluxe bag. I got a thread layer, which I haven't taken it out of the package yet, but that end is obviously sharp. It's like a needle. And I'm like, ooh, yay, can play with that, try that out. And then in here came the Frogger with the acorn, which is super cute. And I was like, super glad, like I said, the deluxe box, I was like, oh, the deluxe box will come with it. So I got the Frogger with the acorn. Super cute, I love it a lot. I hope that focused. I can't see my computer right now because, well, it's behind there. Then I got a needle minder. What I really wanted was this. I wanted this scissor fob. I love, for some reason, that Tree of Life is just something I really enjoy. And so I saw this and I was like, oh, I want that box. Can I get it? Can I get it? I got it. Woohoo, yay. So all that came, oh, and some floss drops with like maple leaves on them. So all that came in the deluxe box. But then, you know, I got the epic box too. So another Mill Hill kit. Yeah, I'm just on this Mill Hill kit. This one's called Autumn Swing. It is really cute. I like it a lot. I'm not ready for another Mill Hill kit right now though. I got the leaf floss drops. Matching set, I can do a big old kit. I got another laying tool. I got another goodie bag with the needle minder and an acorn frogger. Like I got all these same things. And then check it out. You know, that whole thing, the whole reason that I really wanted this box to begin with was this. Look, I got another needle scissor fob, right? Crazy. I'm crazy, I tell you, just crazy. I got another thing of silks. Only I got a bigger skein of tea leaf. I got 50 yards of tea leaf, not just the 10-yard skeins. But Mud Skipper, Elderberry, Guardian, Honeycomb, Acorns, Sage, and Tuscan. Yeah. I'm like, Alright. I'm just going on with all this, right? Anyway, I'll put that away again later. But then, oh, I got another one. Sunflowers and fall foliage type things. You know what's funny? I didn't necessarily realize that they were two different patterns until just now. Yep. Alright, so part of the reason that I'm like super glad that I ended up buying this box to begin with was when I looked at Sambry Stitch's unboxing, she had like roosters. So I was like, I'm kind of glad that I didn't get a rooster pattern, right? But then when I opened mine, I was like, that's not no rooster. Look at these pumpkins and the happy fall, y'all, and the sunflowers. I'm like, this is me. This is me. I can do this one. Inside is like a green leafy teak. So I was happy. So anyway, that's what came in my not one but two autumn equinox boxes from See, here's the other one. I just flashed it because it does have a sticker with my address on the front. So, but anyway, there you have it. That's been 2 weeks, 46 minutes. I will try to get back to weekly, y'all. It might be fortnights for a little bit. 2 weeks, right? I'm trying to be a little bit English there, or Australian, or European, I guess. But yeah, I'm not buying anything for a little while. I should be good. I don't know what I'm gonna do. These little kits. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna put my fabrics somewhere where I can like see them, take a look at some patterns, because I wanted to start. Oh, one other thing. At Galleria, I remember when I don't think I showed you guys this yet. I got a small from Old Colonial. Can't think about it. I can't think of it. Here, hang on. I can grab it real quick. That's right. Old Colonial Design. So I got this kit, right? Well, I got this part of it, okay? And then when I went into the shop, she didn't have somebody like grab the needle book one, but she had all the kits for all these other little pieces that will fit in this box, and that goes on the top of it. So I ordered the box, and it came, and it is the tiniest little thing ever. I'm super excited. Can't wait to stitch all these things and stick them in my little box. Another Galleria, but I didn't start at Galleria. But yeah, so this is a really cute little, little box. And she said that she prints out something about the stitch, the viola stitch, and puts it on the inside of the glass of the stitching. So I'm super excited. That it's a really cute little box with little trinkets inside. So apparently this little biscornu is about the size of a quarter, and when you went in, all of these things were like super tiny. I'll just have to figure out how to put together that little needle book, because I don't have the supplies for it. So, but yeah, there you have it. That's everything. At least I think that's everything. So I hope you all had a great couple weeks. I hope you guys continue to have great stitching weeks and great weeks, and until we see each other again, please make sure that you are doing everything that you need to do to stay healthy, stay safe, and we will see you guys next time. Maybe in a week, maybe in 2. We'll see. Bye, everybody.